Well, I'm absolutely sick for my basketball team. Absolutely sick for them. Each and every one of them. They played their butts off on the offensive end, on the defensive end. They gave great energy. They executed every single thing that our staff wanted them to execute. We played much better as a basketball team on both ends, held them to 57 points, got to the free throw line 27 times. We did everything that we wanted to do to win this basketball game besides the little things. That's making free throws and that's turning the ball over 19 times. That's two categories. But I go back to it. I thought we took maybe, honestly, and again, I got to go back and watch film, but probably out of the 40-minute basketball game, I bet we had 4 or 5 bad possessions on offense. That's outstanding for a basketball team. I thought we put our players in position to score. We had inside shots 5 foot. We had layups that we missed. We had wide open threes that we weren't converting on. And again, we had the free throws to win the game at the end, and we didn't convert. But all I got to do as a basketball coach is keep putting them in position to be successful, and hopefully that we're going to find that open rim, and it's going to be a lot happier for us, and we'll make some shots. But the attitude, the effort is outstanding. Again, they didn't, both teams, it was a must-win for both basketball teams. And unfortunately, they made the big play at the very end. We conquered that with another big play, getting 2D on the block, and they fouled us. We had a great opportunity to go up 1, and again, she's in the locker room and just devastated. And I hate to see any young athlete in that type of position, but it's part of athletics. And I told the team after the game once again, we got to stay strong. We got to keep fighting. We got to keep believing. We got to, only us in this circle in our locker room knows what we're going through. Nobody else knows. Everybody wants to think they know, but we are the ones that know, and we know our team, we know our players, we know our staff, and it's just as easy going 0-4. We can go 4-0. Our league is wide open. But again, to win basketball games, and they know it, and I know it, you got to shoot free throws. You got to take care of the basketball, and you got to shoot better than 35, 40% every single night to win. But our defense is outstanding. We're holding teams under 60 points, one of the top defensive teams and rebounding teams in the conference.
Jasmine's free throws, they come back and get that transition basket.
Yep.
Have you thought to put any more players back during her free throws to kind of?
Not at all, because we don't work on that ever. I mean, we don't work on ever having the players back in that situation. I like the situation we're in because we're going to get back there. Again, I need to go back and watch that play, but I really thought when Jasmine was back and she did the other 4 possessions, she blocked her shot, she took a charge, she did a phenomenal job on that kid. I mean, that kid is one of the top players in our league, and she's 2 for 6, has 4 points tonight. So I thought our defense was outstanding. The last play of the basketball game, people might say, why didn't you call timeout? Because they're going to get into a press. We're better off with 5 seconds left, not getting that team set, coming down the floor. We knew we needed 3, and again, just to penetrate the kick, and it just didn't work out the way, but I would have ran that 100 times over again.
You mentioned that this conference is still wide open. Yep. You can go. Do you feel confident that this team can realistically dig themselves out of this?
We have to. We have to. If not, it's going to be a bad season, and we have to. And again, I really do. I mean, but again, we have to have consistency. I've talked to you, Aaron, about that since September. And I love our players. They're giving all the effort in the world. But we got to be consistent. That goes for softball players. That goes for swimmers. That goes for volleyball. If you're going to be really good, you're going to win games, you got to be consistent. Unfortunately, right now, tonight, Aaron shows up and does a great job offensively. Tootie played well on offense. Unfortunately, O didn't have a really good shooting night. She played great on Thursday night. But again, we got to get 3 players consistently on the same page, and we're going to be fine. But until we do that, yeah, it's going to be a struggle.
Did you feel like you found some rotations tonight that worked a little bit better? It seemed like right before half you had a group out there that got you back in the game.
Yep. Trying to look at everybody. Like I think I told you guys on Thursday, it's wide open. And again, it's going to be effort. It's going to be attitude and practice. I haven't had an issue with that, to be honest with you. But again, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Is that going to be in my mind a little bit? We're 0-4. We have 12 ball games. 12 games. Seniors have 12 games left. Are we going to just say, you know what? I'm feeling that Florida weather. Or are we going to dig down and get after it? I told him, I don't know what's going to be, I don't know what's going to happen to me tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I don't know what's going to happen to me next year. But I will give you this. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because I'm passionate. I love what I do. I love this team. And I'm going to give them everything. And I pray to gosh they'll do the same. And every single one of them in the locker room spoke up and said, Coach, I got you. We got it. We're fine. We're going to fight. And I really do believe this team's going to fight.
Is that something in a dream? I mean, obviously we have a dream world, we have reality. Is that something some coaches are real adamant they like to have, the starters go for 4 minutes, they have these 2 girls come off the bench and then these 2, they kind of like their set rotations. It's been a little different. Are you, in an ideal world, would you love to have that set type thing, or do you like mixing and matching every night depending on who's playing?
On an ideal world, probably the first, I really would. But again, like right now, with our post score is very simple. We have 3, and they have a good rotation, and they're all doing really well. I mean, we know Kyler's going to rebound and defend. We know Aaron's going to get some steals and make some shots. We know Hiller's going to be the attitude person out there, and good attitude, and work hard, and give us some junk shots. We know that. Guards, it's a little bit of a flip the coin, unfortunately. So I'm kind of just trying to see what pieces are going to work that night, and because we haven't shown that consistency enough, and that's what we're trying to find. And to be honest, it's a little aggravating because we're 17 games in. I would hope not to be doing that, but again, until we get consistent, I got to do that, and so that's kind of where we're at with that situation. But I do know Jacksonville State's our next opponent. They're a very, very small lineup. They play 1 post. So there's a good opportunity, unless something doesn't go well from tomorrow to then, we might go 4 guards and 1 post to match up better with them. And that could be a possibility as well, just because of we match up better with the opponent.